All right, aspirants, let's get right into it. We're breaking down the Prime Minister's recent visit to Andhra Pradesh. This is a really high-yield topic, just packed with figures and keywords that are absolutely crucial for your exams. So, we're going to unpack all the key announcements, going through them chronologically and by theme to give you a crystal clear picture.
So let's kick things off with the big headline number. We're talking about a massive investment of nearly 13,430 crore rupees. You're going to want to lock this number in your memory. It's a huge capital infusion for the state, and definitely a key takeaway from this whole event.
Okay, so before we dive into the nitty-gritty of the projects, let's quickly set the scene. These are the basic facts you need to know. The event took place in Kurnool, and notice the attendees. The top state leadership was there, which really signals a strong collaboration between the center and the state.
Now, let's talk about the big picture. What's the overarching vision behind all these projects? Understanding these high-level policy ideas is so important because it gives you the why behind everything. It connects all these individual announcements to a much broader national strategy.
This quote from the Prime Minister really puts everything into perspective. It shows that these projects aren't just about building stuff, they're framed within this huge long-term national goal of creating a Viksit Bharat, that's a developed India, by 2047, which is, of course, the nation's 100th year of independence.
And here it is, the official definition of a term you absolutely need to know. Viksit Bharat, 2047. Whenever you use this in your answers, this is the context you need to provide. Think of it as the North Star, the guiding principle for pretty much all current national policy.
Okay, on top of that, you've got three other key concepts that are the real engine behind all this. First, double-engine government, which is all about synergy between the central and state governments. Then there's citizen-centric development, which focuses on improving the ease of living. And finally, Atmanirbhar Bharat, the big push for self-reliance. These three ideas are basically the ideological backbone for all the projects we're about to discuss. All right, let's see how all that high-level vision actually hits the ground. We'll start with the first set of projects. First up, we're talking about the critical sectors of energy and connectivity. These are the absolute lifelines of any modern economy, right?
Okay, first number for you in the power sector, a whopping 2,880 crore rupees. And that's for a single transmission project. This is a really significant investment, and it's aimed squarely at beefing up the country's energy security. Now, what's really crucial here isn't just the money. Look at that strategic goal highlighted on the slide. It's all about enabling the transmission of renewable energy. That's the key detail, because it directly links this project to India's climate goals, a super important theme for your exams. And it's a similar story over in the gas sector, with two big projects. For that pipeline, here's a handy acronym for you, SANGP, which stands for Srikakulam Angould Natural Gas Pipeline. It's an interstate project boosting energy connectivity. And that new LPG bottling plant? That ties right back into that ease of living goal by making sure cooking gas supply is reliable. Next up, let's look at the projects designed to supercharge industrial growth and strengthen physical infrastructure. This is really where we see that vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat start to take concrete shape by creating new manufacturing hubs and just, better connectivity.
So, where's the money going? This chart tells the story. And wow, look at that biggest chunk. Almost 5,000 crore rupees is for new industrial areas. That is a loud and clear signal that there's a massive emphasis on creating these industrial hubs, especially down in the Rayalaseema region.
And these are the two new industrial hubs you've got to remember. They're being built with this modern plug-and-play infrastructure to attract investment fast. Now, to keep these straight in your head for the exam, here's a little trick. Just think of opening knowledge. In Rayalaseema for Arvakal in Kurnool and Koparthi in Kadapa.
When it comes to getting around, you'll see they're tackling both roads and rail at the same time, with pretty similar goals: cut down on congestion and just speed things up. The key projects are all listed here. This is all part of a bigger idea you need to know. It's called multimodal infrastructure, another key term for your notes. It just means creating an integrated system of roads, rails, ports, and so on.
Okay, let's wrap up our sectoral breakdown with two projects that are, honestly, total game changers. We're moving beyond just physical infrastructure now. This is about positioning Andhra Pradesh and India right at the forefront of the high-tech and defense sectors for the 21st century.
This one is huge. Seriously, it's a massive headline for India's tech scene. Google is setting up its very first AI hub in the country, and they've chosen Andhra Pradesh as the spot. That's a massive vote of confidence in the state's potential.
And look, this isn't just about opening an office. It's a whole ecosystem they're building. An AI hub, new international subsea cables, more data centers. The big idea? To turn Visakhapatnam into a major player on the global AI map, a critical node in that whole infrastructure network.
And here's where we tie it all back to that key concept, Atmanirbhar Bharat. This new factory from BEL in Nimaluru is all about making advanced defense gear. We're talking night vision systems, missile sensors, right here in India. This cuts down on how much we have to import and really boosts our own defense production capabilities.
Phew! Okay, that was a ton of information. So, let's pull it all together into one single overview. This next slide is your go-to revision guide, your ultimate snapshot, so definitely pay close attention to the highlighted keywords and all the data.
And there you have it, everything you need in one place. You've got the total investment, the big picture ideas, the key projects broken down by sector with their costs, the new industrial hubs, the major infrastructure work, and of course those landmark tech and defense announcements. Seriously, this is the slide you'll want to come back to right before your exam.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on for your analytical answers. It's not just about listing these projects, right? The real question is this: how do all these different pieces, energy, industry, tech, defense, fit together to strategically position Andhra Pradesh as a key engine for India's growth, to push the whole country closer to that Viksit Bharat 2047 goal? That's the bigger story here. All right, all the best with your prep.